Hey guys! Recently the movie Inside Out 2 was released. And in this film, we see the character of anxiety as the main villain. Many people who watched this movie wondered, what does anxiety really do to our brain? Is anxiety really the villain of our body? Today we're going to see how anxiety is destroying your brain. Let's understand this. What's up, curious people? Guys, the movie Inside Out 2 is out, and it arrived with a bang. And with it came this new character, which is anxiety. But after all, is anxiety really that bad? Does it really harm your life that much? Today we're going to understand what anxiety really does to your brain. But first, leave that like, guys, and comment here. Have you seen this movie? Let's chat, comment here. Guys, anxiety is a normal emotional reaction to stressful or dangerous situations. However, when anxiety is constant, it can become a disorder, greatly affecting our quality of life in countless ways, just as shown in the movie Inside Out 2. The amygdala is the part of our brain responsible for detecting danger. In anxious people, the amygdala becomes hyperactive, firing false alarms even when there is no real danger, as if it were defective. This results in exaggerated physical responses, such as increased heart and respiratory rates. The fight or flight system is activated by the amygdala, releasing norepinephrine and cortisol. These neurotransmitters prepare us to face or flee from danger, but in anxious people, they are released in excess, causing a constant state of alertness. This can lead to problems like insomnia, as the person is so alert that they can't sleep. Chronic anxiety affects the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which help maintain calm and well-being. With low levels of these neurotransmitters, we become more susceptible to stress and anxiety. Anxiety also affects the hippocampus, responsible for memory, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps us plan and organize. With these areas compromised, we have difficulty learning new things and handling daily tasks. Very anxious people tend to have more difficulty processing information, especially in school, where there is dense content every day. These changes create a vicious cycle. More anxiety leads to more stress, which in turn worsens anxiety. This affects the brain's ability to recover and adapt. Now, giving a small spoiler from the movie, those who have seen it know that this is exactly what happens to the film's protagonist. Her anxiety enters a vicious cycle, always getting more anxious until it reaches a point where her body can't take it anymore. Chronic stress also reduces the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, essential for the survival and growth of neurons. With less production of these neurotrophins, neurons become more vulnerable and less able to adapt to new situations. This is why anxious people are greatly disturbed by changes, even the smallest ones. This interferes with absolutely every aspect of their lives. Additionally, there is dysfunction in the corticostriatal thalamocortical loop in people with anxiety. This circuit is responsible for our planning and organization. When anxiety affects the part of our brain responsible for organizing, it doesn't function properly, causing bad thoughts and excessive worry, which worsens anxiety even more. Do you understand how this can destroy a person's life? During adolescence, the brain undergoes several significant changes. The amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, two critical areas for emotional regulation, are still developing. This can make adolescents more vulnerable to anxiety. Additionally, teenagers face many social and academic pressures, which can increase stress and anxiety levels. Performance expectations, the search for identity, and the need for social acceptance are factors that can contribute to increased anxiety during this phase of life. This whole issue of anxiety in adolescence was perfectly addressed in the movie Inside Out 2. So yes, curious people, anxiety completely destroys your life. But those who have watched Inside Out 2 know it is not the end of the world. There are many ways to control anxiety and learn to live with it. So curious people, if you are going through something like this, seek help from a professional, okay? Well, now that you understand better how anxiety works in the brain, comment here. Do you feel that anxiety affects your lives? Do you suffer from it? Comment below, let's chat. And if you like content like this, watch these other videos and subscribe to the channel, because we will be bringing quality content to you every week without fail. So activate the bell to not miss any video. Curious people, that's it for today. Until next time, and stay curious.